Right, so on the 1000, I need mirrors. There's no getting away from it. I definitely need mirrors. So what I did was I took my bar ends off, because the mirrors I've got have their own sort of bar end on them, and these are not bad mirrors, to be fair. Let's get you set up. These aren't bad mirrors. I don't care what you say, they aren't bad mirrors. So a bit like that. The main downside of these is when they're actually fitted, I prefer my hand a bit further along the grip, and it gets sort of, I don't know, wedged in there. It's always up against the mirror and feels uncomfortable and it's horrible, blah 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 blah. Anyway, so what I did was I took the bar ends off that were on the bike, just ordinary cone shaped ones, and I got a guy at work to turn it down. So now the mirror will clamp onto this, and it will give me that extra portion, and everybody likes an extra portion. So bar end to go on there, and I've got plenty of room for my hand, and the mirror will be out here, which won't, because these have been on the bike for a while, these bar ends, which won't actually add anything to the width of the bike, plus it will get me plenty of room for my hand without rubbing it against the mirror. So it's a bonus of working in a scrapyard with a fitter that knows how to use a lathe. That's a good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. So now I'm just gonna put all the bits together. Put the seat on and set them up. But there you go. There's my machined ABM end weights to be able to take my bar end mirrors. And it does look alright actually. Don't look too bad. Live with that for a while. I didn't know whether it want round ones to go with the round headlight, but I'll live with that for a while and see how I go. I've been out on it this morning and I've done a couple of trips to work on it. I've tried working with those, it's not working. So I thought what I need to do is buy stuff. Because I like buying stuff. So I did. And I bought round mirrors. Right, so end result, gone for a combination. Let's have a look. The underneath was giving me too much arm, so I wouldn't have been able to see where the bloody hell I was going. The straight up mirrors there are still a little bit aggravating for my hand, and they do stick out a bit too far from the bar. Having said that, that one's sticking out about the same anyway, but it's a neater unit. So I'll live with that for a little while and see where I go from there. But these frames straight out there was just, I don't know, just didn't look right. It was too, I don't know, I didn't like the look of it. So I've mashed it up and put the round mirror on the other arm. I prefer the bar end set up, and all it's a personal choice, and it does give me the option of handling the bike from the side, whereas that mirror doesn't. This one's obviously just a bit further out and everything. So, and I think the round mirror goes better with the round headlight. Instead of the stood up one. Can you see that? Can you see it? Can ya? Can ya? Yeah, you can. See what I mean? As opposed to that, I don't know, it just looks a bit better, I think. Again, it's something I'm going to have to live with and see if I like it, and ultimately to make sure it's functional. So now I've just got to strip this one down and do the same. But that is the thing with a project bike. It's a project. And as I've said before, I think this will be a lifetime project, because there's always something else. But as I've also said, I do get the enjoyment out of doing the build, as well as what did I want? Pliers. The riding of it. So and at the moment it's MOT'd and it's roadworthy, and I have been out and I have been playing on it, and it has been fun. And now what do I want? I'm losing it. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, that. Need that. Don't think I need the washer. Need that, don't need that. Don't think I need that. That's just an empty bag. Right. Yeah, as I say, it's all about the doing and the playing. So I am lucky enough that at the moment I'm doing both. There will be obviously projects, probably when I get onto the tail unit, that I won't be able to ride the bike while certain bits are being done. Sorry about the wobbling. So why am I doing that? I don't need to undo that. Stop being a tit. So yeah, as I say, there will be times when the bike will be off the road. We are, what is it at the moment? It's September, first week of September, which by the time you see this video probably be mid to late October. As I say, I have a backlog. So, oh God, hold on to the tools, why don't you? Right, you have to take the glass out so then you can undo. Don't need them. You can undo this with an 8mm spanner. Yeah, so as I say, you'll probably see this video mid-October. So technically, I've only really got a couple of months of riding before we get into the crappier weather, and then it'll be off-road for that, to avoid the crappy weather. Right, need that in there, that on there, that on there. And again, this is not sort of, I don't know how to put it, it's not really exactly what I envisaged in the way of mirrors, but each time I change them they're getting better in my view. And that's the other thing with these projects, it is personal preference and budget sensitive, I suppose. I mean, this now has cost me, I don't know, 30 quid, 15 quid for the original straight up ones, and another 15 quid for these. But the ones that were stood up, I actually got them for my Gsxr 750, and you just think, you'd have thought I'd have learnt from that. They never worked on that. I mean, I say they never worked, but on here they gave a really good view behind, but they was just in my bloody way. And I think with these, how far out is that one sticking? It will be more aesthetically pleasing. Oh, I know what I haven't done, I haven't straightened that arm up. That's why it's looking so different. I think that's a different... Right, so that's standing up a bit straighter now. Right, so that's stood up similar to the other one. Now let's get on the bike. I think that looks neater. Right, tighten that up, live with that for a while. It's a bit different with my gloves on as well, because obviously they're a bit thicker. But again, I can always move the arms out a bit, which I think, it's just I don't like making it any wider than it is. Yeah, anyway, tighten that up I think, and live with it for a while is the answer. Right, so another little job I want to do is take the hugger off, because although it keeps all this clean and that, I don't intend using the bike in the worst of weathers, and the swing arm is much better looking, and I do mean much better looking than that dodgy bit of plastic. So I'm going to take that off. I've got a OEM chain guard over there, so I'll have something to cover the, oh, bloody bendy heads. Yeah, so I'll have something to cover the chain, stop the splatters. And again, this is another one of those, take it off and wonder why you've taken it off, because everybody loves a hugger. Let me just stick you there. Yeah, everyone loves a hugger. And on some bikes, yeah, it's proper enhancement. But the swing arm on this, especially with this stiffening arm, ooh, stiffening arm, just... Oh, where are you going? To me, as I keep saying, well, I don't keep saying, I've said it once, haven't I? Or is that enough? That's probably enough, isn't it? Don't keep on! Keep on? Small chicken, isn't it? No, it's a capon. No, that's what Batman has. That's all I'm doing rather easy. So I've had nothing but seized nuts and bolts. Seized nuts. Another penicillin treatment. I've had nothing but seized nuts and bolts on here, so this is a bit of a treat. I think that's it. As I say, that is, to me, that is beautiful. Gorgeous welds. It's just, instead of covering it up with a big lump of plastic. The old tyre looks very naked now though. Yeah, anyway, I prefer that. So, let's get the OEM chain guard. I'm not as impressed with this. I might have to have a look for a stainless steel one, or I don't think you get an aluminium one. Although saying that, that doesn't look too horrendous, does it? Comments below. Does it? Does it look horrendous? I don't think it does. Oh. Oh, that's just a hole. That's just a hole. I wonder if I can put one of my rivet nuts in there. Right, so take that back off. And no, that's too big. It's just a cheap and nasty one. Little hand riveter. Well, it doesn't rivet your hand. Blimey, that'd be ridiculous. Unless you want your hand riveted, then it'd be ideal. So that feels a bit small, and the bigger ones are a bit big. Actually think I'm going to get the gun in to do it. Okay, so before the camera died, I tried a small rivet in there, a smaller rivet in there, and it was just too small to grab it. And the next size up that I've got is just a bit big. Do I try hammering it? Yeah, just too big. So I'm going to Dremel some of my swing arm. It's a kiddie. Now it's just whether this gun will actually fit in there. Right, so couldn't get the actual riveter in there. Probably could have got it in there if I'd taken the wheel off, but because of this part here, it was looking like it was going to be going on the piss. So a bit unorthodox. I put a pair of pliers on there and used a bolt with 2 washers, and screwed that up so the pliers clamped the rivet nut in the hole. And being that there's 2 washers, the theory was that the bolt head would slide round on the washer whilst the pliers would clamp, as I say, the rivet nut in the hole. And it seems to have worked. So I've now got a clamped rivet doobry in there, which I'm quite glad about actually. So now I can bolt my chain guard on. There you go. Nice. There you go. Gorgeous. Look at that swing arm. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the lines. Yes. Very nice. Even covered in dirt, it's very nice. And how is it covered in dirt? Being that there's a hugger on there. Or there was a hugger on there. But yes. Much prefer that. Very open look. So there you go. There's the update.